Hey everybody, hello and welcome. This is Jim from the future. Yeah, I'm recording this video separate from the video you're about to watch right now to give you a quick little update as to what's been going on with the Taylor Swift content on YouTube. Normally around this time, I would have released my next album reaction, which would have been the Lover album reaction. I was honestly really looking forward to sharing this with everybody. I put a ton of work into this reaction. It's like a 2+ hour reaction to the album, diving into everything as I often do with our albums. It was a ton of fun to do, and I really wanted to see everybody's opinions here on YouTube. But they said no. YouTube was like, absolutely not, Jim. However, if you enjoy what we do and you want to help keep the lights on around here, all those videos are available right now on Patreon, along with hundreds of other videos you can sink your teeth into. But hey, today's video is a lot of fun too. I talk about umbilical cords for at least 10 minutes, so enjoy the video. All right, so I'm going to start off with my favorite song off of the Lover album, and it's actually the title track. The song is called Lover. I'm a sucker for a love song, guys. I've said this many times before, and people told me this song in particular is used oftentimes as a first dance for newly married couples. We got to turn this up. Snow globe, huh?
We could leave the Christmas lights up till January. This is our place, we make the rules.
I got her playing the drums.
And there's a dazzling haze, a mysterious way about you, dear. Have I known you 20 seconds or 20 years? Can I go where
Oh, what's she, a little fish? She a beta fish?
can we always be this close forever and ever? And take me out and take me home.
I like how every room has a different instrument.
You're my
Or almost all of them. Ah, the brush sticks. I knew it. Oh, she's just in a dress.
We could let our friends crash in the living room. This is our place, we make the call. And I'm highly suspicious that everyone who sees you wants you.
Oh, that's important. That's important.
I loved you 3
That little inflection right there and just like the general look on her face is important for like just the transition of this song as far as like the mental headspace of where she's at. It's not like a crazy jealousy thing of like, I'm jealous, everybody wants you and everyone's, you know, into you and no, he's my man kind of thing. Like there's like so much in this 1 or 2 or 3 frames here. There's like so much self-doubt and like, I don't know, sadness just in like in her eyes. Like she's a great actress. She really is. Let me take it back here. Look at that.
Everyone who sees you wants you.
That is not the look of somebody that is insanely jealous. That is not the look of somebody that is controlling or whatever. That is the look of somebody that feels like they're about to lose the most important thing in the world to them.
I've loved you 3 summers now, honey.
But now she's angry.
Want 'em all.
Damn, she plays upset so well. Like it just like it bleeds off of her face. Never thought I'd see Taylor behind a kit. Gotta say, I like it.
Can I go where you go? Can we always be this close forever and ever? And take me out and take me home.
Oh, it's a tiny little piano.
You're my lover. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand with every guitar string scar on my
Of course, the cat.
I take this magnetic force of a man to be my lover. My heart's been borrowed and yours has been blue. All's well that ends well.
Ah, she's showing the picking too.
Swear to be over dramatic and true to my lover. And you'll say all your dirtiest jokes for me.
Oh my God.
every table.
That is such a dad joke, or I guess a Taylor joke. That's pretty good.
Gave you a seat, lover. Can I go where you go?
Makes you want to melt, dude.
Can we always be this close forever and ever?
I love how the drums are almost like just peaking. It adds some much needed intensity. Hear it? It's like that crunch at the end. Oh, we're shooting back out. Back out through the snow globe. Oh, there they are as a family. Oh my God, like her daughter just saw like the entirety of their relationship, the ups and the downs, like it all right there, it all kind of playing out right there for her. I didn't think we were gonna get a music video for this song, honestly. I thought this one would be kind of buried under the other songs that are quite obviously going to be massive singles and are just easier to kind of, I don't know, just throw on it and get into a good positive vibe. Not saying that this isn't, but I mean, sonically, it just sits a little bit heavier on the album than I feel like 99% of everything else. I'm glad that we did. This is a cute little video. I like the whole aesthetics of everything. It all has like this, I don't know, 60s or 70s vibes with some interesting pastel colors. The fishbowl scene was cool. I also like the fact that she highlights a lot of the instruments on this. Like, it's a fairly simple song as it progresses and as it builds and everything, but it's like done in an organic way, and I'm glad that she kind of highlights it here. On my album reaction, I said this song reminds me of Maisie Starr, and if you don't know who that is, she sings that song Fade Into You. You've probably heard it before. She's kind of known as a one-hit wonder. She had that song and just disappeared, but it's a beautiful song that's just impactful. It doesn't follow any of the same melodic or chord progressions, but it just kind of has that same feel, that melting feel, that song that just kind of hits you and just immediately puts you in this place. And I think Lover does the same thing. Directed by Taylor. Cool. Look at that snack choice.
You are somebody that I don't know, but you're taking shots at me like it's Patron, and I'm just like, damn. It's 7 a.m.
She's scathing.
Say it in the street, that's a knockout, but you say it in a tweet, that's a cop out, and I'm just like, hey, are you okay?
I don't know. Oh, look at that, a back tat. I don't know if she's kind of playing the theme of it's 7 a.m. and she's drinking, but she's obviously making some sort of, I don't think it's a smoothie. That looks like it's a daiquiri. Look at this. The back tat here, the butterflies with the snakes. That's got to be some kind of symbolism. I know the snake is definitely used with reputation and all that, and her being called a snake. I'm not sure if I know what the butterfly thing is. Regardless, very cool. I think she could pull it off. It's an interesting look so far because it's very bright and it has like almost like a 50s type of spin to it with like the mobile home park and everything, but it's all very chic. I don't want to say it's like trashy or anything because I'm not here to judge anybody, but it's like, I don't know, it's like this nice balance between like chic and kind of cheap or whatever. I don't know exactly how to word it.
And I ain't trying to mess with your
Look at this look.
Learn a lesson that's stressing and obsessing about somebody else is no fun.
I love it.
And snakes and stones never broke my bones, so
Someone having fun with the Zoom.
you need to calm down. You're being too loud.
You know, you can get a lot from just her facial features as well. Like the song itself, like we kind of already know about that. I'm assuming you know, and if you don't know, you can just watch my album reaction where we broke it down and I learned all about like the intricacies behind this song and what it really stands for as far as rights for, you know, the LGBTQA. I miss a letter every once in a while. I mean, no disrespect. I'm just a fucking idiot. Please bear with me. But I like her approach, and you can, like I said, you can see a lot from the facial expressions and how she's saying you need to calm down. It's not like you need to calm down, things need to change immediately right now. There's no like rage behind it. It's almost like this quiet content of like being exhausted from the situation together. You know, it's just like we've been dealing with this for so long. This has been such a thing that keeps coming up, and you know, you're getting so loud with what you're doing, and just like, come on, man, chill out. That's like the vibe I get just from like a couple frames of her saying you need to calm down.
It's like,
course, the harmony's fantastic.
You need to just stop.
Look at this look.
Like, can you just not step on my gown? You need to calm down.
This guy's going for it. I love it. I'm assuming these are famous people. I apologize. I don't know anything about pop culture.
Somebody that we don't know, but you're coming at my friends like a missile. Why are you mad?
The fuck is 5?
When you could be glad.
Oh, shit. Yeah, here it is. A good.
Street at the parade, but you would rather be in the dark age, just making that sign. Must have taken all night.
Oh, okay. All right. So I think that I recognize this guy. This is the producer from Impractical Jokers. I don't know what his name is, but I think he's that guy. I recognized a celebrity, and it might not even be that guy. Who fucking knows? Okay, so I'm glad that she's coming out and just sang it, you know? There's some like metaphors and such in this song, and I think the song is fairly straightforward, but unless you're truly paying attention and you're a fan and you understand like, you know, what she's trying to do, you could hear the song in passing and not realize, I suppose, the gravity of it. I'm glad that she doubled down here and she's kind of really leaning into it, showing, you know, the rainbow flag and obviously the gay wedding and everything, and showing the other side of it, the protesters, which like immediately reminds me of like the West Baptist, what's called the West Baptist Church, I think that's what it's called. They're the assholes that are out there protesting gay weddings and soldiers' funerals and some real pieces of shit. Anyway, I'm glad that she's doubling down on this and she's you know, really kind of showcasing, no, this is what this is about. Let's continue.
Night. You just need to take several seats and then try to restore the peace and control.
I have no idea who these people are.
About all the people you hate. 'Cause shade never made anybody less gay. So calm down. You're being too loud.
Oh, there it is, Ellen. She's getting a Cruel Summer tattoo. Oh my god.
Just stop. Like, can you just not step on his gown?
They don't care.
Down.
They don't care. They don't care. I think that's the whole thing too. Like they got people protesting saying, what you're doing is ungodly or not right, or I don't believe in it, so it must be wrong. God, the fucking audacity of people. It's just like still blows my mind. Anyway, it's a much longer conversation. They don't seem to be caring. They're just like, they're out here having a fashion show and, you know, I don't want to say like low class, the trailer park thing and the above ground pools, because pools are great regardless. And like the snacks that they had and like the SpaghettiOs, like I don't want to sound like I'm some sort of elitist on top of some sort of like rich chair or anything like that. But they're having fun with what they have, you know, but the other people kind of coming at them. They're like, they all look grungy and grimy and they're all angry. Whereas like the other flip side of this is like, it seems like they're both like kind of almost in the same like economic situation, I guess I could say. But the difference between these two groups is this group over here that's putting on a show and having fun and everything, like they're living a much brighter lifestyle. They're happy. They're enjoying themselves. They're not stuck in their own misery and rage spiraling out over like issues that just do not affect them. And I think that's what this is trying to show. And I think that's why it's coming from this kind of angle.
And we see you over there on the internet, comparing all the girls who are killing it. But we figured you out. We all know now. We all got crowns. You
No idea who these people are.
You need to calm down. You need to calm down. You're being too loud. You're being too loud. And
Oh, this is the look. This is the look right here. I love. She looks famous too. I don't know. Who's that? I don't know. She looks famous. This is the look right here. Every Taylor Swift era has like a different aesthetic approach to it. There's a certain different kind of pageantry to it all. And I feel like with every album or era, I say like I like a certain thing about her or it's my personal favorite. But this right here truly speaks to me personally. French fries are a fantastic snack. I have no idea why she's cosplaying as French fries, but I fucking love it. I love it. Again, it's as silly as this is, like pay attention to the details, like the in-betweens here, like the actual looks on their face, like this moment of clarity when they look at each other. There's like they're like, it's like, oh, it's you were meant for me. And, you know, like obviously they're both two women or whatever. But I think what they're getting here is like, you know, they go together like burgers and fries and they can still have this moment. It doesn't matter. And I think that's the symbolism behind it. Also, by the way, they're whipping this cake at each other. They're not holding back in this food fight. Like, they're just fucking going it down.
Step on our gowns, you need to calm down.
Yeah, see? Oh, it's Ryan Reynolds. I know him. He's, oh yeah, because he's friends with Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift's also friends with his wife. The fuck's her name? I don't know. People told me. She's also a celebrity. I'm seeing a lot of red too, like deep red in both of these videos. I'm wondering if that's like somehow tied together to possibly the Red album, or if it means something. I don't know. I'll find out later. See what I mean? They're angry. They're pissed off. They're kind of grungy. Like, nobody's happy. They're all pissed off. Meanwhile, they're having the best time of their life. This is a great frame. I fucking love it. They're happy though. It's bliss. It's pure. Look at that. Look at that. She's showcasing love. Two things that obviously go together. Burgers and fries. People in love. It doesn't matter what gender you are. As long as those things go together, that love goes together. It's real. It's solidified. And I think that's what this whole thing is trying to do. It's kind of in a silly way, but I don't know. I like it because it does. It shows a pure bliss. It shows pure love. This is good.
Like, can you just not step on our gowns? You need to calm down.
This is great too. She's using her platform to actually try and do something positive. She wants people to go to change.org and petition for the rights of some of these people. She's using her platform to actually try and make some positive change. And if you look down over here, this video has 342 million views on it. I mean, just a numbers game, like how many people have decided to go to, sign this petition or do whatever. It's awesome, man. I love seeing it. I love seeing people actually use their platform for some real positive and wholesome things. And this is definitely one of those instances. But yeah, man, the video is fun. I love the color scheme. It seems to be kind of following that brighter pastel look that we got from Lover, and it's kind of sprinkled all through this. But it also has like an essence of, I don't know, like it just feels kind of retro. Sometime between like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I'm getting like that kind of vibe from it, just from these old style campers. My grandfather used to have one. Didn't have those colors, but similar to the one that's behind her right now on fire. But this was a fun little video. I like the acting in it. I like the kind of sarcastic nature of it. I like seeing everybody having fun. And fundamentally, I love the lyrics and the actual message and her using her platform for something that's very positive. Oh, shit. Okay. This is going to be difficult for me, guys. So apparently the song The Man has its own official music video as well. This is going to be so difficult for me to describe and talk about because how the fuck am I going to react to this without actually just fucking mansplaining to everybody? All right, prepare for an attack here.
I would be complex. I would be cool. They'd say I played the field before I found someone to commit to. And that would be okay for me to do. Every conquest I had made would make me more of a boss to you. I'd be a fearless leader. I'd be an alpha type.
Yeah, right, dude. This is like every manager's dream right here. Him just coming out, clapping at people, snapping his fingers, pointing, and fist bumping everybody, and everybody just singing his praises. Oh, man. I've worked with like so many managers and so many people that have overseen the things that I've done and worked on, and them coming in and just kind of having this attitude. I get it. It's a different line of work. I guess I've never really been a boss of anything, so I don't know. But I would imagine this is like what it looks like in their head. All right, let's continue. Looks like he's some kind of like finance bro or something.
When everyone believes ya, what's that like? I'm so sick of running as fast as I can.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, we've all seen this one. It's called man spreading. It's where you kind of spread out and take up as much space as possible in a public space while you're limiting other people's spaces. I think some dudes just like, they do this to kind of show off, and it's kind of ass backwards and it makes no sense, but they spread their legs out as far as they can to give the illusion that obviously there's no possible way they could sit down and close their legs any further because there's just so much happening down there. There's so much meat. To me, it's like the sitting down version of like an insecure man going out and buying a massive truck even though he doesn't work with it. Oh, looks like he's also smoking as well. That's no fun. Look at everybody around him. They're all like upset. Oh, hey, she's got a sweater on that says Miss Americana. What does this say over here? Boss Scotch, capitalized on the feeling. Mother Nature doesn't stand a chance. Manverse. What is this? All right, I'm not going to lie. I want to see this movie. This guy is about to take on Mother Nature himself. This is a movie I would see. I want to see this man like fist fight the ocean or karate chop a tornado or some shit. I'd see that movie.
Wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. And I'm so sick
Oh
of
my God, he's ashing in her purse. You can't do this shit in Boston. If you guys don't know, that's where I'm from. You try doing this shit in Boston, somebody's gonna stab you. You're gonna die. That's how you die right there. That's how you die. That's the end of your life. You die on the floor of that train because you're gonna get beaten to fuck or stabbed. All right, we're gonna see what this paper says. For men with real thirst, some kind of fashion thing. I can't read anything else. It's men against boys and ladies aren't around. I can't make out everything that's on this magazine, but I think what she's trying to say is that, you know, obviously some advertisements are directly targeted towards men. In fact, maybe more advertisements are targeted towards men than women. I don't know. I feel like this is a dying medium, but this video is 4 years old now anyway. Nowadays, it's all like personal algorithms that are perfectly, you know, designed just for you based on what you've searched from, you know, on your phone. And Google and Facebook is just stealing all your metadata and selling it to the highest bidder. And it's a fucking scam, man. So I don't know if this is still applicable, but I get what she's saying.
then I'd be the man. I'd be the man.
It's got a great hook.
I'd be the man.
Oh no. Look, guys, with great power comes great responsibility, and it looks like this dude is about to relieve himself in a subway station. This is just something most decent men know not to do. Yes, the world can be your urinal, but you make damn sure not to do it in a public space. If you are alone or amongst other bros, and it happens to be Christmas Eve, and you're in a cabin up in the woods somewhere up north, and the 7th moon is in 5th retrograde and all the stars are lining the perfect way, yeah, go for it, man. Write your name in the snow. Embrace that lifestyle. It's fun. We all do it, and it's fucking awesome. But the audacity to relieve yourself in a public space like this is just completely unacceptable. Is this... All right, so I had a sneaking suspicion because there's so much focus on this guy, and there's something a little bit off about him. It says Mr. Americana. Could this possibly be Taylor Swift in some heavy makeup? It's a stretch, I know, but if it is, like they kind of went all out. All right, we got 1989. We got Reputation, Missing, If Found, Return to Taylor Swift, maybe with a reputation there. 13, her favorite number. What's that? Fearless, Written Backwards. Red, Speak Now. So she's got some like, you know, hidden little Easter eggs. What's with a scooter? She just like hates that mode of transportation. She's like, no fucking scooters. It's rollerblades or nothing. Oh shit. Okay, I get it. Scooter Braun. Okay, that makes a little dig right there. Okay. It's been a while since I've thought about that asshole.
I'd be the man.
I'm pretty sure it's like a felony or something too. Like if like you relieve yourself in front of somebody else, or God forbid there's children walking by or something, like you can legit go to prison for that.
I'd be the man.
You know what? Yeah, I think this is Taylor. And I can tell from that subtle little motion that just happened there. She only gave one shake and then she was done. Nobody is done with one shake. It takes so many more shakes than that. Oh no. What is this? What the fuck does that say? Oh, the man. Okay. All right. The man. Yeah, that makes sense. Why is it sparkly? I would assume that I had some sort of like aggressive STD. Okay, all right, that's interesting.
They say I hustled, put in the work. They wouldn't shake their heads and question how much.
I wonder why all of the women are dressed exactly the same. Like they're all kind of like pawns in his game, possibly. Like he's got this very bright, flashy shirt on, but it seems like they all have that same yellow bathing suit.
Much of this I deserve. What I was wearing, if I was rude, could all be separated from.
All right, here's the thing, man. Women and men can be rude, all right? They can both be dicks. Obviously, he's being a dick, but it's just not acceptable either way, especially to wait staff, you know? This guy's just trying to fucking do his job and bring you champagne.
My good ideas and power moves. and they would toast to me.
I think it is Taylor Swift. And if this is Taylor, she's doing a great job. She's definitely having some fun with this one.
If the players play, I'd be just like Leo in Saint-Tropez.
Okay, no, ridiculous. Absolutely not. You cannot wet your hair with champagne. You're going to be so goddamn sticky.
I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. And I'm so
Oh, look at that photo. Can only men do this? No, anybody can do this. We can all commission art. And I kind of want to. It might be like a little self-absorbed. Maybe I can get rid of some of the animals behind me and just get like a giant mural painted of me pointing at people. I kind of want to do it. But maybe that's just the whole thing.
sick of them coming at me again. 'Cause if
Just
I
high
was a
fives all around.
then I'd be the man. I'd be the man. I'd be the man. I'd be the man.
Okay, all right. This one holds some weight. This one has a little bit of validity to it. I've heard of this. I don't have children myself. I've never directly seen it, but it's definitely something I've heard of. And it's with people over gushing when a partner, of a child, does their due diligence and responsibility by taking the child out or just doing the bare necessities to keep them happy and alive. Men can be celebrated for this thing. And I get it, we're kind of coming off of different decades and we're living in different times, in the 50s and the 60s and 70s and even some of the 80s. Like we were living in a world where, you could have a one income household. You could have, a stay at home caretaker, like the wife, and the man would go out and work. And those were the roles. Now there's some part of me that wishes that was still a thing, not because I'm misogynistic or I think a woman's place is the kitchen or whatever, but because I wish we lived in a world where we both didn't have to work so hard, that at least one of us could focus on actually bringing another child into this world and bringing them up and having enough time to love and nurture them in the right way. And whether that be myself staying at home or my wife staying at home, I feel like there's some weight to that, and there's some value to that. But we're just not living in those times anymore. I mean, if you're going to survive, if you're going to, do more than tread water and, you want to continue to keep a roof over your head, chances are you're going to need a 2-income household. And, you just don't see that as much nowadays anymore. But we're coming off of those decades. We're coming out of that 40 or 50 years where that was the norm, and I think more and more people are realizing that that's just not what happens anymore. We all just, we both have to work and just pay crazy amounts of money for daycare and, it is what it is. But I think as time progresses, as we all get older and, as, our children have children, this won't be as much of a thing because I believe in the future, the far, far future, even having a child is going to be the ultimate status symbol because it is going to be so unaffordable and it's going to be such a luxury. Oh my God, they're taking it all from us, guys. We got to burn this whole system down and start over. I'm telling you. Anyway, back to Taylor Swift.
I'd be the man.
They're gushing.
What's it like to brag about raking in dollars and getting bitches and money?
Yes.
It's so good if you're back.
Dude, she plays the bro just right, dude. I don't want to laugh, but I've had nights out like this with the boys. Oh, man. She knows. She's been spying on us. Oh, my God. We're not as incognito as we think we are. We're not as sly as we think we are.
And it's okay if you're mad. If I was out flashing my dollars, I'd be
Ew.
a bitch, not a bother.
What did she do? Did she just take a shot out of her belly button? All right. I think there's at least a shot glass there. Okay. I don't know. All right. So here's the thing. Bachelorette parties can get out of control too. All right. Girls do crazy shit at bachelorette parties. And that's what this kind of is feeling like to me. Men don't normally do this kind of thing on the regular. Usually it's some sort of life-altering and life-changing party or event. So I'm just going to assume this is a bachelor party. Yeah, it gets crazy sometimes. And I think bachelorette parties get crazy as well. But one thing that is just absolutely uncalled for and should not be celebrated and never done again is fucking belly button play. We got to stop touching each other's belly buttons and making that any kind of zone we want to go near. I mean, think about like the belly button and like the fucking umbilical cord and stuff. Like it used to like that attached you to a different person. And then like you were the same thing as your mom until somebody came by with scissors and just fucking snapped that shit off. And then all of a sudden you're untethered and you're out there and wild in this world and you got this little fucking thing in your belly and stuff gets stuck in there and it feels weird when you touch it. I don't know. The belly button should not be an erogenous zone. It shouldn't be a zone for anybody. I feel like we should be, I don't want to shame anybody and I don't think we should ever shame any kind of body part. But I think it should just be a no-go for everybody. So I just celebrated my wife and I's 14th anniversary, 14 years. And you know, in those 14 years, I've never gone anywhere near her belly button. And I fucking never will. I have this weird, possibly irrational fear that if like you play around the belly button too much or put too much pressure on it, it's actually like a very thin layer of skin and your finger could just go in there.
But they paint me out to be bad, so it's okay that I'm mad.
Oh, he's on the money.
I'm so sick of running as fast as I can, wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. You know that I'm so sick of them coming at me again.
All right. Okay.
Then I'd be the man.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Okay, now this is an angle I've never thought of. This is interesting. Okay. Obviously, we've all seen, you know, people playing sports lose it on the refs, you know, do something kind of unhinged and crazy. And I don't know, maybe it's just I don't watch enough women's sports, but I feel like women seem to be a little bit more reserved in their, you know, athletic profession than somebody else. I mean, hell, just think about the Super Bowl, man. We all saw it. I know you were watching. I know you were watching. Even with Taylor's new boyfriend, Travis. I think it's completely an accident, but he ran up on his coach and got kind of physical with him. I think it was, you know, him just not realizing he was still moving and he bumped into him and it wasn't that big of a deal. But this sort of thing just happened. And it's just kind of funny that Taylor was calling this out 4 years ago. And now her current boyfriend just kind of did that. It's kind of wild. But like I said, I think it was just an accident. But hey, I mean, I think there's something to this angle. 58 years later. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's talk about it. Yikes. All right. So on first look at this, I would just kind of assume this is a grandfather kissing his granddaughter on her wedding day, and they're having like this happy moment together. But I understand what Taylor's trying to do here. She's trying to make it seem like, why is society okay with older men marrying such younger women? And the answer is, I don't think society really is. I think we all think it's kind of creepy. We all think it's a little bit weird, but I think we all kind of understand it as well. I mean, unless this is some sort of like grooming scenario, this is just something that pops up. This is something that happens. We know, we've all heard of Anna Nicole Smith and possibly even somebody in your day-to-day life, you know, maybe involved in something like this. I've seen it happen firsthand. And I think it's a double-edged sword, man, you know, because nobody's forcing her to be there unless she's being married off, which that's a different conversation altogether. But generally, if you're married off, the family is trying to match you with someone your own age that can provide for you and be with you in the long term. So I don't think that's what this is. Look, man, I would love to believe that age is just a number and there's no bounds to love. And who you love is just who you love. And to some degree, I do believe that. And I have to believe that. And I really want to believe that. But I think it's obvious what happens in a lot of these scenarios. And it's a double-edged sword. Because on one hand, I think we all understand the deal. It's essentially a transaction. It's weird. I would never want to do it. But I guess I can kind of understand it. Think about it. An old man only has 5 or 10 years left of his life. You know, maybe he's a widow or whatever the case may be, and he just wants some arm candy to keep him company for the next 5 or 10 years. And then after that, she will have a windfall of an inheritance that will provide for her for the foreseeable future. But on the flip side, this girl's going to have to give up some of the best years of her life to be that arm candy. And she's going to have to devote herself to him. And she's going to have to be in this marriage with this person that should not work. I guess I'm not going to pass judgment either way. It's kind of a sad scenario. I don't think society is necessarily okay with it. I think we understand that it's tough out there. It's tough to get by, and you got to do whatever you can to try and get a leg up or try and get ahead. And if that means sacrificing some of the best years of your life to possibly get some sort of major inheritance, then whatever, you got to do what you got to do. But I don't think society is necessarily okay with this.
Coming at me again, coming at me again. 'Cause if I was a man, then I'd be the man. I'd
Yeah, there he is. All right, I know he's supposed to come across as some kind of like ultra douchebag, but I kind of want to party with this dude. I want to party with dude Taylor Swift. Oh, come on, we all do it. We all do it. Girls, you too. You got to adjust. You know, things get hot. You got to, it just happens, all right? A little discrepancy, you know, walk around the corner. Make sure you're not in the middle of everybody, you know, just a little bit of privacy. Go to the bathroom or something. I think that's all it takes. Oh, no. I'm going to ask a favor. All of the ladies watching this video right now, would you mind just fast forwarding a little bit? All right, fellas, hear me out. I got some major life advice for you right here. I'm going to save you so much trouble and possibly even your life. We all understand what's happening here. This is the cake tasting portion of the wedding where you either gently give your wife a spoonful of cake or you smash that shit in her face. Now, look, guys, I get it. After a couple drinks, you might think it's hilarious to put a little bit of cake in her face. But know this, she has spent hours on her hair and makeup and probably hundreds of dollars doing this. And if you fuck that up, you're fucking dead, dude. Guys, I am not fucking around. You will not make it out of the parking lot. You will have your mother-in-law and your sister-in-law waiting for you in the parking lot with some sort of exorbitant centerpiece, and they'll be waiting for you to come outside, and they're going to shank you with that shit. Don't fucking do it. Your wife could literally pick up that cake by the two tiny people on top and put it behind her shoulder and swing it right into your chest, breaking 3 ribs. But you are still obligated to give her the most delicate bite that she has ever had. And I know some of you must be thinking, well, how do you know from personal experience what happened with you? No, dude, I'm sitting here right now. I'm alive and breathing. Dudes that do that disappear in the middle of the night and nobody knows whatever happened to them again. All right, you can bring the ladies back in the room. And that's why the Joe Rogan Experience is the best podcast in America.
And cut.
Hey, just checking.
Maybe it's not.
Was that last take more what you had in mind?
Pretty good. Could you try to be sexier? Maybe more likable this time?
Oh, no.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, yeah, criticism men probably don't. I don't think I've ever had that criticism. Okay, and I'm sure Taylor obviously has had that criticism being in the spotlight. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Ooh, I can't imagine hearing that. Can you imagine just somebody asking you, would you mind just changing everything about yourself so somebody like you better? It's kind of a crazy thing to ask.
By the way, excellent work over there, Lauren. That was astonishing.
Thanks.
Yeah, okay, cool. It was her. Wow, look at this. They did such an incredible job with this makeup. I was like debating the entire time. I'm like, okay, is it somebody that kind of looks like her? Because you could tell from the teeth a little bit. Like, she has really nice teeth. And just kind of the mouth a little bit. But wow, they did a great job. They made her look... She straight up looks like she's in the movie Prometheus. Like she's one of those giant aliens. Wow. She played it good too, man. She definitely played it good here, man. I want to party with bro Taylor Swift. All right, so I wanted to save this for the last video. The song is called Me, and it's featuring that Brendan Urie guy of Panic at the Disco. Apparently, this was the very first single on the album. This was the first introduction to Lover that the world had, coming straight off of Reputation. I know, complete and total whiplash. I'm a little surprised by it myself. I can only imagine what people that were kind of living through these eras actually felt by, you know, witnessing just the drastic sound direction. So I wanted to save this one for last because something tells me it's probably gonna be pretty crazy. Oh, there's a snake again. Again, a lot of symbolism. All right, obviously CGI, but really good CGI. Interesting colors too. Creepy. And it turns into a butterfly. Just like our back tattoo.
Tu en fais vraiment trop.
Why are they French?
Comment oses-tu? Et devant nos filles, en plus. Filles en plus.
Calme-toi, s'il te plaît.
Oh, all right, that's pretty good. That's a lot to unpack in the first 30 seconds or so. The snake was cool. Bursting into the butterflies, again, going off of some of the same imagery we got from butterflies to snakes. And then for some reason she's French and she's pissed off that they're fighting in front of her children, which is her 2 cats, which is pretty funny. But once again, I had to give it up to her acting chops here. Like, she looks like she's legit upset and, you know, I don't know, kind of wound up. Like, if my wife looked like this, I'd know that I fucked up. So she's a good actress. And then he tells you need to calm down. Good little throwback here.
I promise that you'll never find another like me.
Okay, that might be the most unhinged Taylor Swift thing I have ever seen in my entire life. That split personality change just like that. It reminds me of, well, fuck, the movie Split. If you guys have ever seen that. She's like hurt and so upset, and then she immediately just turns around and turns into this bright, cheery thing. This is kind of wild, man. I mean, look at this. She looks like she's hurt and devastated. She's still in that moment. And then boom! Kind of, all right, this might, she's done a lot of scary stuff in her videos, but this one scene right here might be the scariest, most unhinged thing I've ever seen in a Taylor Swift video. Well, let's continue.
Promise that you'll never find another like me. I know that I'm a handful, baby. I know I never think before I jump. And you're the kind of guy the ladies want. And there's a lot of cool chicks out there.
Oh, look at the cats.
I know that I went psycho on the
Trippy.
phone. I never leave well enough alone. And trouble's gonna follow where I go.
Oh, the snake ate her.
But one of these things is
But it disappears.
the others. Like a rainbow with all of the colors. Baby doll, when it comes to a lover, I promise that you'll never find another like me.
Oh, this is trippy.
I'm the only one of me. Baby, that's the
They look like a bunch of dancing Mentos.
You're the only one of you. Baby, that's the fun of you. And I promise that nobody's gonna love you like me.
I know I tend to make it about me. I know you never get just what you see.
Wow.
But I will never bore you, baby.
And when we had that fight out in
What?
the rain, you ran after me and called my name.
I never wanna see you walk away. Cause one of these things is not like the others. Living in winter, I am your summer. Baby doll, when it comes
Now
to
the cat wins her over.
promise that you'll never find another like me.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of bright, like wild, kind of trippy, kaleidoscope-esque kind of imagery, but that was also in the Lover music video as well, where like we slowly look inside the globe and we kind of went in and then it took us to the next scene. There's a lot of that going around here. All right, and as we're transitioning to the next scene here, which also looks kind of retro. All these videos have definitely had, I guess at first I thought it was like a 70s, but no, I think it's like a 50s, 60s type of vibe. It's kind of interesting.
I'm the only one of me. Let me keep you company.
Oh yeah, totally.
You're the only one of you. Baby, that's the fun of you.
Yup.
And I promise that nobody's gonna love you like me.
Hey kids,
Spelling is fun.
girl, there ain't no I-N-T.
Hold the phone. So going through the lyrics here, I don't remember them saying, "Hey kids, spelling is fun." I don't remember that lyric. And skimming through this, I can't seem to find it. So I think that's a bit of an ad lib.
But you know there is a me.
Strike the band of 1, 2, 3.
I promise that you'll never find another like me.
Girl, there ain't no I-N-T.
But you know there is a me.
Can't spell awesome without me.
I promise that you'll never find another like me.
I'm the only one of me. Baby, that's the fun of me. You're the only one of you. Baby, that's the fun of you.
And I promise that nobody's gonna love you like me.
Girl, there ain't no I-N-T.
Whoa.
I'm the only
Oh my God.
baby, that's the fun of me. Strike the band of 1.
This is crazy.
You're the only one of Nobody's gonna love you like me.
That is so trippy. That is the trippiest music video I've ever seen in my life, and I believe that Taylor Swift might be experimenting with some drugs. And I'm not saying this as a joke. In my younger days, I experimented with mushrooms a few times, and in my experience, the room kind of starts to melt, and all the colors that are around you start to melt together. My theory is that Taylor popped a couple caps and she had some Mentos lying around and she had it in her hand and everything just started melting together, because that's exactly what this music video looks like. It's bright, it's trippy, it's causing me to have some kind of crazy flashback. Overall, it's better than expected. Yeah, this is definitely not my favorite song on the album. However, this video is just fantastic. How can you not like this one? It is so over the top. It is like a crazy trip meets a Disney movie. All right, there it is, the Lover era music videos. And I gotta say, really not bad at all. There's great cinematography, there's fantastic acting, some of it is fun. There are intertwining themes between the butterflies and the snakes and the zooming into scenes and zooming out. The whole thing has like this pastel kaleidoscope type of feel to it. It's wild, man. It's kind of trippy, but it's definitely fun every step of the way. All right, so if you've been with me for a while, you know what I'm about to do next. But for those of you guys that are new around here, the next part of my reactions to different Taylor Swift eras is I open the requests up to the community. On Patreon, in the next couple of days, I'm going to be asking people to share their favorite Taylor Swift moments from the Lover era. That could be a live performance, that could be an interview, that could be a documentary, it could be literally anything. I've already had a few people reach out and already give me some links in advance, and I'll be sure to share those with people just so people aren't wasting their time. But be on the lookout for that. Anyway, guys, this was a ton of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed hanging out for a bit, and I'll be back real soon with the next video. Bye now.